welcome to LockyerLearningLab, and today we've got our first tutorial. It's on gerunds and infinitives, so get your pen and paper ready and off we go.
This is an area where you need to learn a few simple rules, and you also need to learn some lists of verbs. So let's have a look at some examples. In the rush hour stresses me out. Now you've got the verb drive and you've got to think, drive, what is that in the sentence? It's actually the subject of the sentence. So if it's the subject of the sentence, do we use the gerund or the infinitive? Well, you may have guessed, we use the gerund, all right? So driving in the rush hour stresses me out. So if the verb is the subject or the object of the sentence, it's the gerund. Here you've got, I'm not good at, okay, and then you've got the word dance. Now, the word at, what is that? It is a preposition. Okay, now this is a nice rule because always if you've got a preposition and then a verb, that verb is going to be in a certain form. Is it a gerund or is it an infinitive? It's a gerund. I'm not good at dancing. So after prepositions, we use gerunds. Now, the next one, okay, do you fancy to that Japanese restaurant? Here, this is a specific verb, okay. Now, here I mentioned the lists of verbs, all right. Fancy means do you want, yeah? And here, do we use the gerund or the infinitive with this verb, fancy? Well, we use the gerund. So this is a verb from the list of verbs that take the gerund. Then we've got the next one. I'm going to London and Erasmus. Okay. Now here we've got a situation where the reason that you're going to London is because you want to do this course, this Erasmus study course. So here we're going to use an infinitive of purpose. Okay, I'm going to London to do an Erasmus. Here we've got, I was shocked you had lost your job. Now, shocked, what kind of word is that? That is an adjective, okay? Again, a nice rule, after adjectives, we use, what do we use, gerund or infinitive? We use the infinitive. I was shocked to hear you had lost your job, okay? So after adjectives, we use the infinitive. Now, the next one. Bill asked me, him with his homework. Okay, now asked. This is from the list of verbs, all right? A list of verbs, and these verbs take, what do they take? Gerund or infinitive? This one is infinitive, all right? Bill asked me to help him with his homework. Okay, here you've even got an object pronoun in the middle there, but it's asked me to do something, yeah? So he asked me to help him do his homework. Alright, so that's from the list of verbs that take the infinitive. Here we've got another kind of verb, I can. What kind of verb is this? This is a modal verb. Alright, now modal verbs, what do they take? Gerunds or infinitives? Well, they take the infinitive, and in this case they take what's called the bare infinitive without to. So I can swim. Then we've got a little tricky structure here. My mum made me my room. Okay, so again here we've got the verb clean with the verb make and let. Okay, we use, what do we use? Gerund or infinitive? Well, it's the infinitive, and again we use it with the bare infinitive. So my mum made me clean my room. She made me clean my room. Not made me too clean, no, made me clean. Okay. But you'll see in the next sentence that this is a little different because I was made the graffiti off the wall. Okay, this is when it's kind of a passive because somebody asked you to clean the graffiti off the wall, all right? And here it's going to be I was made to clean the graffiti off the wall. So here we've got an infinitive with to. This is just an exception because it's the passive here with make. I've done a lot of grammar explanation there. Now you're going to do a little exercise, all right? So you can see you've got to complete some sentences, okay? And you've got to decide whether they take the gerund, the infinitive, or maybe the bare infinitive. So you've got the word at the end in brackets, so you're going to put that verb into the correct form. And then on the next slide after that, you'll have the answers. Stop the video, do the exercise, and then check your answers afterwards. And then after that, you've got got an exercise on transformations, all right? Now these are transformations that could come up like in a first certificate exam, okay? You have to complete the second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first sentence. And you must use the word given in capital letters. You must use between 2 and 5 words, including the word given, like in the first one the word is about, all right? And if you use contractions like I'm, that counts as 2 words. So those are transformations. So I know that you know, it's good for you to do practice in that if you're going to do the first certificate. Well, and you've got the answers as well to those, all right? So good luck with gerunds and infinitives.